Lost is on.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to Bite Size Thursday, a subsidiary of Off Slate Media. We are watching Lost because it's good.
Yeah. We think.
Anyway, this week we are watching the episode 3 Minutes, the penultimate episode of the season, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess you go penultimate,
Yeah. Does anyone remember what it's about?
Michael. That's all I know.
Is this the one? Did we already watch the one where he gets hit by a car?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that was the last one we had of him. Adrift was his last featured episode at the beginning of the season. I think that's the one where it shows him get hit. So, yeah, 3 minutes. I don't remember. I think most of Michael's backstory was in season 1, from what I remembered, and then him getting hit by the car. I go, oh yeah, I remember this.
He's significantly less interesting without Walt around him.
Yeah,
but also less annoying without Walt around him.
Yeah, he's actually the couple episodes he's been back. He's been really good. Probably because we're interested in what's happened, and we know, but
I mean,
it's like why
to be absolutely fair, are we just kind of feeling ready to get out of season 2 and moving along? Or, sorry, ready to get out of the hatch?
Yeah, I think after the 48 days one, I was like, it's been a solid season. And somewhere between then and now, while a lot of these episodes have been good, it's starting to get to me. It's like, can we wrap
Wasn't
this up?
48 days in like...
That is the 7th episode.
I was going to say.
Yeah, it's the first, because the first run with the 2 storylines in the on the island, it was working well. And then once they meet back up in Collision, the next episode, so maybe after that, it is interesting. But then now it's like, okay, everyone's back together, everyone's been reunited from the raft and the tail section, and now we sit
forever.
Yeah, I mean lockdown. We just kind of sat there the whole time.
Forever. Anyway.
So, yeah, I say let's watch this episode. I don't think we have anything else to add.
All right. Well, if everybody's ready, let's get lost. Hey, damn it! Welcome back, everybody. We just watched the panel. Wow. I cannot get it.
The penultimate.
Penultimate. Yep. Welcome back, everybody. We just watched the penultimate episode of season 2 of Lost. It's called 3 Minutes. What did we think?
It's kind of a fill in the blank. It's like, what was Michael up to?
I genuinely don't understand why they didn't switch this with, like...
the other couple episodes leading up to this?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would rather sit wondering why he's back or wondering what happened to him, or sit knowing that and then see the rest of the things.
Yeah. What if he pointed the gun like you do a classic TV thing? He points the gun at Ana Lucia and it cuts, and then we have this whole episode leading up to that moment, and it still happens the same way.
Well, and it doesn't help at all that we see the same scene we saw earlier in the season. It's not even like a
couple times.
It's not even like a different but like the other times it was a different point of view. But that first one where he's hitting Locke over the back of the head and locking him in the room, Locke in the room.
Yeah, and I missed I looked up and I was like, wait, didn't this already happen? Because I missed the thing at the bottom.
No, there was an entire 5-minute discussion of why are we watching this again?
Why at first thought, like, are we doing this all over again? Because you said, wow, his shoulder's not in a sling. And then that made me think, oh.
Well, it's confusing, too, because he's in the same shirt as what he was when he shot himself.
Yeah, and they're in the hatch. Like, I get why they put the titles at the bottom to go back and forth. And it's got to be because people were getting confused. Like, I don't know if they probably not test screening, but like when they were watching it, they're probably like, because everyone looks the same, we probably should label it. Funny thing is, you'd think the sling, this bright white sling, would be the indication of where we are.
We just assumed there was a continuity error.
Yeah.
In a show where we've only been able to find like 1 or 2 continuity errors, we assumed that this huge continuity error must have been the reason.
Yeah. But its placement is weird. I think there are much. How about this? Like, you have the question mark episode, then you do this episode, then you do Two for the Road, and the last thing you see before the finale is Michael shooting those two.
I think that is what I would prefer. But I'm not a writer. I didn't get paid millions of dollars to write this. Yeah. They probably didn't either.
No, they probably didn't get paid very well.
They probably got paid $750 per script.
You know, I'd take that. That's more than one of my paychecks.
Yes, but these are professional writers.
Yeah, I'd take that. That's why I'd say I'd take that.
And in 2005, no less.
Oh, so it'd be more now.
I guess.
Be $760 now. The way they pay them. Wow. This was the lowest U.S. viewership of the show so far. It gets lower from here. That's what happens with a lot of shows. But this is the lowest share of the show. And it's the last episode before the finale. And it's the low. And you just wonder why. Like the Two for the Road ending made the question mark share tick up. Which, of course, that's your ending. Of course you're going to do it. But then this one's like all the momentum was gone.
Well, I was going to say question mark probably let down whoever tuned in for Two for the Road. And
because it's more setup.
It also has to do with when during the year it aired.
May.
There's not a whole lot going on in May.
No. We can, of course, us 20 years later, like a lot of media can just pick it apart. But I think a rearrangement of the events in those 3 episodes leading up to the finale would have been better.
Not even like a rearrangement of the events, just a rearrangement of the episodes.
I think there's a couple things that would have to be arranged if we moved them. But like I think when we said how they should have moved Michael killing those two right before the finale. Because what's the big cliffhanger going into the finale? They see a boat. That feels like an earlier episode in the season little cliffhanger. And not... Because what was the big cliffhanger going into the finale last season? Wasn't it the smoke in the distance that Rousseau did?
I don't think so. It was...
I thought it was that, like, they see smoke in the distance and it cuts, and then the next thing we watch is the 3-part finale.
Maybe.
Which, I don't remember. Like, it's like now we know what the smoke was, but for this, it's like a boat. That's it. Like, I know they mentioned a boat to Michael, but what are the stakes of seeing a boat like that? Like, we don't see anyone on it, so it's not like it's a rescue boat. If it's a thing for Michael, it's like it's just such a smaller thing compared to where it's heading. I think the shooting should be the last thing we see before the finale.
Imagine the last thing we see is him shooting Libby and Ana Lucia and then turning the gun on himself, and then you got Live Together, Die Alone. I mean, that would even fit the title.
Yeah.
I blame the studio.
Yeah. And again, you're in a writer's room, you're under the gun about timing and structure and making everything work, and you get this one chance where we can sit here and have all the time in the world and no pressure to put it together. But I think that is the structure it should have taken, because as we said before, like, the season itself is not bad, not anywhere near bad, but the second half of it has felt stagnant. And I think that's why I was ready to be done with it all those years ago, because it's like, man, why we're just not doing anything. It's because a lot of setup, a lot of character stuff, and it feels like we're not moving compared to season 1, where we're constantly moving. I think that's what it is. But we're at the finale. We know one big thing that happens with the hatch, so it's like, okay, we're we're getting there. We're soon not going to be sitting in this thing every episode. And for that, I am excited.
Yep.
But what else do you say about a whole episode about what Michael was up to? Like, the Claire stuff was important. That episode's like flashing back to what Claire did when she was gone.
Right.
Makes sense and sets up more stuff and has some pretty good moments. And then this one, it's like, yeah, Mike, there's what Michael did. I mean, we saw that Michael was there when they caught Kate and the whole light him up scene. That's an important thing to see that he was there, but doesn't really add much to anything else right now. We still have the finale left, but Saeed is also onto him, which I was watching Saeed's eyes during that moment where Michael tells him, I just have to, man. I have to do this my way. And he's kind of looking him over, and I was like, he doesn't buy this.
Smart guy.
Yeah. That's the thing. When I said it during the episode, it's like, Saeed is the smartest person here. Why are we not listening to him? Like, and he says to Jack, like, it's like, we have to make sure he still knows he's in charge. Well, why would we do that? And Saeed says to keep the advantage. And I said right here, yeah, Jack, that's the one thing I'd get right. It's like, why would we let him think he's in charge? So why would we say anything right now? Why would we blow the cover before we even know what he's doing? Oh, Jack. But, yeah, there's not a lot to talk about in this episode other than just he does his usual screaming after having to repeat himself.
It is interesting that we learned that he didn't lie, that they live, from his perspective, they live in teepees and tents. And
yeah, but then Walt said this is all pretending. They're not like this, and he's being told to be quiet when he says that.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Part of it is an act. But he does see they have a hatch of their own. He saw the metal doors.
I thought that was you kicking the table.
No, for once, no. Anyway, that's those are all the thoughts I have on 3 minutes.
Cool.
Yeah. Let's get to the finale.
All right. Real quick before we exit this, Aaron.
Oh,
anything
my turn?
to say? Yeah.
Let's get to the finale.
Did you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. this week? It's a crossover.
I don't think I asked him the last time.
Wow, it's been many years since I've seen any of that show.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
All right.
All right. So, we're going to go on to the finale next week, which is called Live Together, Die Alone. They've been saying that for a while. It feels like something that you should have named the finale of your show if you're going to have that be their mantra throughout it. But maybe that's just me.
They also, I don't know if they knew how many seasons they get at this point.
That's probably true. So,
Yeah. And that's a 2-parter next week.
Yeah. So, if you want to listen to our thoughts on that, come on back next week. If you want to check us out, any of our other podcasts on this channel, Jared, where can they go to find us?
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, The Funny TikTok, and Twitter, Take That Musk. And you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and hey, if it's YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, ring that notification bell. Make sure you check us out and rate us on all those apps. And swing by our groovy website.
Have we updated that in a while?
It's been a second.
I think it's been a couple seconds.
A couple months.
Anyway, all right. So come on back next week as we get lost.